Alright. So here we are, Baldur's Gate 2. We start with Shadows of Am, of course. Is there some kind of intro here? Maybe not. No, I guess I just hit the... okay. That is loud! I'm gonna toss the music down a bit. Maybe not that much. Just a little bit. Okay. Movie volume, I'm gonna turn that down. Voice volume. Turn that down. Sound effects, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Ambient volume, I'm gonna turn down like that. Okay, command sounds, seldom, that's fine. Character sounds, it's fine. Character subtitles, battle cries, okay. I'm hip. Graphics, full screen. Zoom lock, I don't want to worry about that. Hardware mouse cursor, take that off because I think that caused a problem last time. Sprite outlines, I'm going to leave those on. Grayscale on pause. I don't want to... yeah, I'll leave that on. I didn't want to get confused with like time stop or anything like that. Dither always. Show character health bars, allow scrolling out of bounds, I guess. Nearest neighbor, scaling. Yeah, sounds fine. Gameplay. Mouse scroll speed, yes. Keyboard scroll speed all the way up. Tooltip delay, difficulty. And so, well, we'll think about that. Alright, so we're going to import our game from Baldur's Gate 1. It's the final save right there. Let's import that guy. There we are. I'm going to go core rules again. Oh, and there you go. Okay, we're starting already.
Ah, the child of Baal has awoken. It is time for more experiments. The pain will only be passing. You should survive the process. Interesting. You have much untapped power. Do you even realize your potential?
More intruders have entered the complex, Master.
They act sooner than we had anticipated. No matter, they will only prove a slight delay.
I kind of like the character outlines. Kind of like that. Or at least for now.
Wake up! Come on! We have to get out of here!
I just choose the dialogue choices that get me through the dialogue quickest. And, okay, now I just realized something. I looked this up online, and it turns out that in one of the patches for the Enhanced Edition Baldur's Gate, I guess both Baldur's Gates, they made it so where if you're a higher level than the NPCs are when you meet them, they get a level, but you get to actually level them up and pick their proficiencies. So the thing that I was worried about is not actually relevant in terms of keeping my character level below a certain amount, so when I meet new characters, they aren't too high level. That's actually not an issue anymore, which is kind of nice. So I can go ahead and level myself up here. I get another level, move silently, 95, etc. And, oh, nice, 14 hit points. So maxing out those hit points, I get the ability to get a spell here, which really probably the only useful spell I don't think you're ever going to use Detect Evil. I'm going to do Cure Light Wounds just to increase my party's healing at, you know, when we're resting. Imoen starts at pretty high level, actually. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give her Identify, because she's going to be the person identifying stuff for us. Mirror Image. We want her to have haste. We don't want her to get killed either, so we're going to give her Stone Skin. And that should be fine for now. Myself, I can't use anything yet. Okay, so we're going to go over here first.
What do you want?
Imoen is going to actually detect traps over here because she's got to disarm a trap for us in a minute. I'm going to take a mace. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take this. And what else? Let's see here. Jaheira can't use any of that, really. I'll give Jaheira the spear, I guess.
Name right you are.
Just in case you're wondering, yes, I have tried the Torment difficulty, and I find it more than tedious. It's not that you can't do it, it's that you're going to have to design your entire party around playing on that difficulty, basically. And, like I said, I kind of want to do a more casual playthrough. A quick and efficient casual playthrough. I don't find, you know, having to design my entire party and characters around trying to beat a specific difficulty that entertaining. Or at least right now I don't. Anyway, so... You know, let's see here. We need this, we need this, we're going to take this, we're going to take this. And is anybody going to... I'm going to use a shield, so let's take that.
Ready and willing.
I'm going to go ahead and equip this, this. I'll give myself a helmet. And the rest is for these guys.
Quickly, we must get out of here before whoever did this returns. I swear, traveling with you is never dull. Your servant awaits.
And like I said, I'm going to take a party of 6, and Jaheira's actually going to be one of those.
Will be free. These bonds will not hold my wrath, but will be liberally kicked in good measure. Depart. Oh, you are a smart one. I understand now. You said what you did just to get
All right,
mad.
and I'm also
Mad
actually
enough
going to
to
keep
break
Minsk,
free.
too.
You are as smart as Boo sometimes.
Minsk is pretty strong. I mean, he's got really high strength. He's got, well, that's about all you can say about him. Decent constitution, I guess. Dexterity, decent. So, he also has kind of a weird enrage ability, which isn't quite as good as any of the enrage abilities of anyone else, or at least I don't know. I don't know exactly what immunities it gives him. Let's go. Let's actually go see. Okay, so it gives him... No, those... I was going to say it gives him extra... no? Yeah, it does give him extra hit points. Okay. Yeah, because it doesn't modify his constitution. He got, I think, an extra 20... or maybe it was 15 hit points. So that's just like the Berserker. It gives him Mind Shield, which I'm not sure exactly what immunities it gives him, but I'm guessing all the standard immunities. I don't know if it gives him immunity to stun. And it gives him negative plane protection, which is cool. Resist fear. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the immunities he gets are. Does it give him... doesn't look like it gives him a save versus spell bonus. But it does also pump his strength up by 2 and his dexterity by 2. Which is... yeah, it's kind of weird. This is not a Berserk that anybody else gets. There's, you know, Berserkers that get a Berserk that does certain things, but they don't modify stats. And then there's the Barbarian form of Berserk, I guess it's called, or Rage, and that modifies stats and I don't know. It's kind of like his falls in somewhere in between. But the bad thing is it makes him crazy, and he'll attack you too sometimes if he doesn't have anybody else to attack. So I don't know. It's something that I might use in a few certain circumstances, but normally is not useful because you've got to worry about him attacking you. But other than that, he's... well, he fits a certain role that we're going to use him for. I wouldn't call him a good character, really. In my opinion, he's not actually a very good character. But he's alright. And he'll fit for the role that we have for him. And Jaheira's already got a level. And I'm just going to drop that there. Jaheira doesn't have a good weapon. I don't have any weapon except a melee weapon. I need to get my hands on a crossbow. I'm not sure if I can do that before I get out of here, though. This is another problem with, like, if I were to play on the hardest difficulty, that, whatchamacallit, difficulty, Torment, then I would have a real problem in here because I don't have access to any real weapon for a while. I'm not a melee character, and they don't really give you, like, good ranged weapons in here, I don't think, so... you know, like I said, you'd have to build a whole party around actually beating that difficulty, and I don't really feel like doing that. Flame Blade. What? Find traps? No, we don't need find traps, do we? No, we have M1. Cure poison. This is always a question with the druid, is like, level 2 spells, what do you take? It's all kind of meh. This is why I like ranger druids, or cleric rangers, is because clerics have decent level 2 spells, so for your level 2 spell, you can fill it with cleric spells, and there are also some levels where clerics don't have very good spells and the druids do. Like level 5 is kind of iffy for the cleric. Level 4, I don't remember. Oh, level 3 is another one. Like, Call Lightning is awesome. But for the cleric, it's kind of so-so in a lot of ways. But Call Lightning is something that's good till the end of the game. It's amazing. That is freaking amazing. An amazing spell. Does massive damage. You just cast it once, and just, you know, every turn, it shoots somebody with a massive amount of damage. Just unbelievable. And lightning damage is not resisted by a lot of creatures. And it lasts for, let's see, at level 20, it lasts for 5 turns. So that's 5 times, and just, yeah, really awesome spell. Zone of Sweet Air comes in handy. Protection from fire, nah, we don't need that. We have other ways of getting protection from fire. Cure disease is another thing that you might want to get. Yeah, it cures a lot of stuff, including disease, which you get hit by every so often. But level 2 is kind of like, yuck, slow poison maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so mostly cure, and then of course Call Woodland Beans comes in handy in the very early game. Yeah, it's actually very nice in the very early game. Poison is one of those things. A lot of these spells become totally obsolete in the later game. Poison is one, because anything basically that allows a saving throw is kind of obsolete in the late game. I guess just two shots of Call Woodland Beans, because they're pretty useful. Alright.
Swords, not
And
words.
Minsk does not get a spell yet. Okay, fine. Okay, so she's got equipment. He's got equipment. MON we don't really care about too much. And...
Gotta hand it to you. You sure have some kind of courage to sleep in this place. I would have run screaming a dozen times over if you weren't here.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so Minsk takes his damage from that spell. I'm gonna rest again just to get rid of that crap.
Every hamster has his day.
I'm going to... I turned the AI off in the last one in Baldur's Gate 1 in the customization screen, but I don't really have to do that. I think I should just toggle party AI on and off. I didn't do that in Baldur's Gate, the original Baldur's Gate, because it was bugged, so wherever, like, I think every time you entered a new area or if you loaded a save, that was always automatically on. I don't know if that's still the case, but that's the reason I never really learned to use that. Okay, let's reorganize things a little bit here. This guy should be in front. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try the AI out. Yeah, I never used to really use the AI much in the original Baldur's Gate series because it was just it got you into more trouble than it was worth usually. But we're gonna see if we can. We're gonna see how we can do with it. All right. Goodbye to you. Goodbye. And I'm also not sure, another thing I'm not sure about is, like, what is the cap that levels or NPCs will join you at in terms of their level? Like, if I were to get to level 20 somehow in here, and then I were to meet another NPC and hire them, would they be at level 22? I don't know. This is a lot of questions about this this enhanced edition here that I don't know. I dare say I used to know just about everything about the original game, but the enhanced edition is a big question mark. Okay, we're going to give her a weapon that she can actually use somewhat. And I need her to get... Is any of this decent? This is... Oh, hey, look. I got a mace out of nowhere. The enhanced edition also increases the amount of items you can import. It also gives you some weapons that you can import. And maybe several other things that I probably wasn't paying attention to. I don't know. Again, the information seems to be very hard to come by as far as, like, what imports, what doesn't. I mean, I ran across a list somewhere, but is it updated with the latest patch? I don't know. So, yeah. Kind of frustrating that the release notes don't really seem to say much. More poorly documented crap about this game, man. Let's just check this because, nope, that's just a regular one Warhammer. Okay. Fine. Okay, well, we've got our first ranged weapon, a longbow. I'm going to just put it right there. I'm not going to use it yet. Okay, more junk. I'm going to keep the spells, because if nothing else, it can be sold. Plus, I'm going to have 2 people that can use mages, or mage magic. What the? Oh, great. Might as well take these guys out. We're going to run into them anyway. And you're seeing a good example of why I like to run ranged parties, is because of the traffic jams that you get with melee parties. It's good to have like 1 or 2 meleeers, and that's it. I don't like the traffic jam crap that happens all the time. Okay, well, I got some ranged stuff. I'm actually think I'm going to give Minsk ranged attack too, because that's 2 people that can shoot. Yeah, so we're gonna drop the longbow on Minsk. I think he has longbow proficiency, doesn't he? Yep, he does. Perfect. Okay, so he's got the longbow proficiency, which means we give him the longbow, and then we give him 80 arrows right off the bat, bro. And I'm going to change his script here. Advanced AI. Oh, okay. Prefer ranged weapons. Let's try that. Use special abilities. Let's turn that off because I don't want him berserking. Use offensive spells. You find traps, hide shadows. Okay. Good. All right. We'll try that. And I'm going to customize this guy too. Advanced AI, prefer ranged weapons. Okay, that's good. Use special abilities. I want to control that, so I'm not going to actually. I'm going to actually let him do that. In fact, I'm going to turn all the rest of that off and do the same for Minsk. Because if he does have weapons, I don't want him interrupting to cast weapons in the middle of a fight. And we're going to customize Jahira. Jahira, attack enemies, special abilities, offensive spells. Again, I kind of want to control what spells are being cast. I'm just going to tell her attack enemies. For now, that's it. And Inaman, what the hell is her name anyway? Where's her name? Her name's not here. Oh, Imoen. There she is. Yeah. I played this game enough, I should know that. Okay, he's got his ranged weapon this guy needs. Even though this guy doesn't have short bow proficiency, it's still fine. Because he has all those bonuses to ranged weapons, so it's not going to matter.
Ready and willing. No problem at all.
We're going to kill these guys because they're going to cause us problems
Get out
anyway.
of here, so be it. My way. Down the side.
I am ready.
Um,
It's about time. Speak your mind.
Alright, really quickly, I'm going to heal her up. I know there's some guys over here. Yep, they always spawn. Oh boy. That's bad. Okay, we got the chance to pick up some more ammo, basically. That's what these guys are good for. Actually, is that a... what is that? Nope, that's not... okay, that's not very valuable. There's a necklace that's pretty valuable, but it's not it. More ammo, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Alright.
Who be thee? Servants of the master? Release! Yes! Master! I no longer... I think...
He's dead now? This pathetic creature.
And Jahira just got another level. Awesome. Nice hit point gain. And that was it. Okay. Very good. Take this thing. There's something over here. I'm going to take it. Not really much, but every little bit counts. Do I want to drop this? Yeah, let's drop that. I'm gonna go ahead and rest because there's no reason I should be tired like that when I'm going into battle. And really quickly, we're gonna go talk to the golem and tell him to open the door while I go do something else. Okay, there's the stone. And what else what was this? Energy cells. Oh yeah, that's right. I can use them in this room over here if I want to. I'm gonna go in this room just to loot the stuff in here.
If I have to fight to get out of here, so be it.
Alright.
Yep.
There's...
You can count on me.
I think these things are... yeah, there's a trapped one right there. Okay, there's a kind of a so-so item there. About this one, I don't know. Nothing. Okay, let's go up here then. So that was that.
I know this room.
Quit
I've been
whining.
in here. We both have.
Can't wait till I can get rid of her. God dang it.
There are things in these tanks. They used to be people.
Suck it up.
What do you want?
I don't like Imoen for a lot of reasons. I don't like the thief mage dual class or multi-class. And the biggest reason is because, okay, I like to keep some mage spells handy over here. And, oh, well, now that I think of it, I'm going to have another one, aren't I? Yeah, because we're going to use Jan. But anyway, I don't like the fact that my slots are taken up by, no, actually, I think, never mind. I think these are more quick slots that you can have, right? Maybe? What are these? I was gonna say, I don't like my quick slots taken up by thief skills where I could put spells, but maybe I can use these? Gee, I wish I knew. Can I drag these over here? I don't know. I don't know what that deal is. What is the deal there? I don't know.
This way, then?
I think I want to find out, though. Is maybe that's my items. No, it's not my items.
Name it.
Well, it looks like you could put some stuff over here for quick access, but I don't know how to do that. Wish I did. I'm going to go look and find out how to do that after this video, so rest assured I will find out what the heck that's all about. But that looks promising. All right, so we're going up here. There's nothing going to go in here. Yeah, I don't care about this. What the? Oh, that's that. Okay, that's that guy. Never mind. We don't need to worry about that. Does anybody have a freaking crossbow? Nope, they don't. Why? I don't know. What are you doing?
Take with vengeance.
All right, well, this thing here is immune to missiles, so
Ready and willing.
yeah. There we go.
Gotcha.
Again, more things that we have to open. You can get away with no thief in this game, but I kind of don't recommend it. And I also don't recommend the crappy thieves like, oh, there's a crossbow. Like Imoen and also Nalia. They both have really annoying voice acting. And they just suck. Let's put it that way, they just suck. They don't have enough thief skills to really make it worth it. I mean, you can wing it with thieving potions and all that, but I really recommend, if you're not going to go with the added characters, I really recommend Jan. That's usually who I use. So we finally have a crossbow, but we don't have enough bolts for it, so we're going to say forget about it. Yeah, only one bolt there. No.
Time to move? Good to go.
Did I get this yet? Yes, I did. Okay. Got Helm of Infravision, which sounds really cool, but I've never seen it actually do anything.
Yep.
I gotta go down here to get something, then I gotta go back up there. We got to go back and forth, basically.
My blade.
Either that or we've got to use stealing to steal something. That's usually how I do it because I don't like going back and forth,
What do you want? Just like old times.
Should be something
Well,
right here, right?
except for the
There's,
torture and all.
yeah, there it is. Something else over here. Pretty sure. There it is. That. That. I'm not taking that because I'm not doing the little quest thing. There's my claw. Okay, good. It imported. Perfect. So we got the Claw of Khazgaroth, which we wanted. And let's give that to that guy. We're not going to equip it for a while, though. There's a character that I will equip it on, but it's not. We don't meet him for a while. Do we have a Potion of Thievery? I thought we did. We picked one up. No, we didn't. We should have. Am I missing something? I don't think so. I think it must be in here.
So beautiful.
Okay, I've got
I
a.
used to dream of dryads and their beautiful trees.
I've got to get something, a flask or something for the genie. But to get that, I need to help them out. But what I'm going to do, actually, I think I'm just going to pick their freaking pockets.
Gotcha.
Nope, pickpockets failed. Okay, well, let's load the game. I could just use...
Gotcha.
No. One more try, and then I'll just use the potion. Is this the wrong one? Or did they fix that? They might have freaking fixed that. Well, let me go get the potion and see if that's fixed, if that's what's going on. Yeah, they might have fixed that. So you can't pickpocket the item, the quest item off of them. That sucks. Maybe that's what happened. Or maybe it's on another one.
What is this place? It's beautiful. Oh, there is simply no way that this space belongs to the same
I make sure I
person that
pick the
owns
dialogue
horrible
choices
glass containers.
that signal that I have the least amount of care for Imoen, because I do. Okay, I'm gonna equip this right here. Oh, I'm out of... No, I don't need that. Wait a minute. We can equip that. This is a really crappy sword considering how long it takes you to get put it together.
Cover your nose, boo. We will leave no crevice untouched.
Alright, and I have a feeling that they changed it so you cannot pickpocket the quest item
Good to
off
go?
these guys anymore. So, but we're just gonna... Really quickly, I just want to try it. Well... Now, I'm betting that's what they did, because...
Easy as pie.
Well, I pickpocketed something. What did I pickpocket?
Easy as pie.
Oh, maybe... Nope, maybe it's on her. No items that I can steal.
Easy as pie.
There's one item. Oh, there it is. Nope, I can. Okay. So... I don't know. Well, I could save myself a potion of thievery if I just went and walked over there and got the item the old hard way. So I'm going to do that. We're gonna do it. We're gonna run way the heck over here and then run back. What the heck? I don't like it, but I'll do it because I'm cheap. I don't want to waste even one potion of thievery.
That's not right.
My blade will cut you down the side.
Or these guys. All right, let's loot the bookcases.
This reminds me so much of Candlekeep.
There's a
Dusty
haste
old
potion.
homes all over. Bookcases near
There's
the
that.
street. It's like we never left.
Let's see, I think there's something else. Wait a minute. Nope. Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. There is something there. They used to have a scroll bar, now they have just a little button there. Is this valuable? Maybe. Is this valuable? Nope, it's one of the crappy ones. And these potions of healing aren't really worth it, but I'm thinking of selling them. Because I'm really... money management is very important in this game for a lot of reasons. If you saw my first playthrough I did, then you might understand it a little bit as to why. But it's really kind of tedious. You don't want yourself to get 15,000, or you don't want to enter the city of at 15,000 or above in terms of your money, and it's kind of a hassle to keep it under there at the same time and collect money. So, but anyway, that's what we got to do. You'll see what a pain in the ass that is. But there's a reason for it. There is a very good reason for it.
Me timber's bad enough without ye bothering me.
Got you good.
Probably want to get rid of this guy first.
With vengeance.
You point.
Are you seriously? What are you guys doing? Where'd this guy come from? Alright, this is a good place to use horror.
Come on now. Don't
Look
let
at
me
that.
suffer in this place. We've both had enough of that. Come on now.
Whoa! Hello. I don't want to lose her just yet. Not before I can kill her myself, that is. No.
Fall, creature, and feed
Only
me.
problem with horror is they run around and you have to follow them to try and kill them. Actually, I shouldn't be having to do that, though. What am I doing? Oh, I still have that equipped for some weird reason. Why? I don't know. Well, this guy just recovered here. We gotta do something about this. Die. It's funny, Baldur's Gate 1, you have to wait through more than half the game to get haste, and Baldur's Gate 2, you basically just start with it. It's like no big deal anymore. None of that's any good. Okay, that's decent to sell.
Those dwarves that attacked us.
Dude, shut
I
up.
read about them when you were skipping out of lessons back in Candlekeep.
You did you? Some more bolts. Maybe I can put together something where I can actually shoot some arrows. Maybe not. Yeah. Let's try that. Oh man, do I have to sneeze or what? I have to sneeze really bad.
to go.
Okay, I think this is trapped over here. I think so. Apparently not. Okay, let's. Oh, it's not even locked. Well, there you go. I need to dump these spells on somebody else. That's nice. I can switch between my characters by pressing the number pad. Number keys. That's nice. This, I guess we'll keep that there, keep that there. Somebody needs a helm. This guy needs a helm. A fancy little helm there. We need to identify this real quick. Okay, it's crappy, but... Now, I'm going to sell that right when I get out. We got the acorns, and we got the key. Got Piggy. Is this trapped? One of these, I remember one of these being trapped. Yeah, maybe not. Throwing axes, good. Darts, nope. Nope, thanks. Was any of this... Is any of this special gear or what? I don't think so. Flail. Nope. Scimitar. Nope. 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 Okay. You can actually get quite a bit in this dungeon. Open that. That gets rid of one item. There's a trap right here.
Right you are.
There it is. What the? Where'd this guy come from? I don't remember this guy being in here. Alright. This guy has an item.
That's not right.
Not a great item, but an item. Yeah, really not a great item. Bastard sword +1. Woo! Pretty bad. But it's something to sell, and we need to sell stuff. Okay, so I actually have to go all the way back. I only have to do this with one character, though, so we're going to take this character. Really? You're still alive, are you? Not for long, my friend. Do you have anything? You didn't have nothing. Alright, well, goodbye. Okay, so I'm going to go take the acorns back and then come all the way back and go in there because I'll have the flask, which I can give to the genie, which I can get a sword, which I can sell. And there's also, I think, a scroll in there, but that's about it. Alright, so... And I still have a quest to actually take their nuts back to a certain place in Windspear Hills, I think. Windspear Hills, where I meet Firecrag. I'll be carrying those nuts around for like the whole game, practically. And let's go ahead and rest, and then we go ahead and...
Gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay, now more of this crap. This is another place where you really regret having a party full of melee characters. Why did you go in melee? Why did you do that? What is your freaking problem, dude? What did he drop his ammo? Why did he drop his ammo? What in the freaking hell happened? Where'd my ammo go? Hold on. Hold on. I'm not... No, one guy's blinded. The other guy dropped his ammo? Hold on a minute. When did I drop my ammo? Oh, maybe he just ran out. Okay. Well, that's... Seems kind of unlikely. He had it like 80 euros. I suppose it's possible. Alright, well, maybe... I guess that's possible. Okay, anyway, that really threw me for a loop. I'm like, what the heck?
My blade
Feel
will cut
the
you down,
backhand
got you
of
good.
justice.
The back end of justice. Yeah, you know, Minsk is entertaining too. There's another reason to take him. He may not be the best character, but he's pretty entertaining. Is there a trap here? We'll find out. No, there isn't. Okay, summon elemental spell. Summon... Conjure elemental. And remember, the thing about keeping scrolls around is anyone who can cast mage spells can just cast the scroll, even though he can't necessarily learn it, and that in itself can come in handy. In fact, Imoen could use that scroll right now. In fact, let me see what actually happens there.
What do you want?
Okay, that appears right there. Yeah, Imoen could actually cast that summon elemental scroll if I needed to do that here for some reason, but I don't. I think this shouldn't be a problem here. First thing we're gonna do. Remember how I went on my way to get horror instead of neutralize poison? Well, this is one reason as to why. It really does come in handy at this point. It won't matter. You know, there's a point in the game where it doesn't really matter, but in the early game, it's pretty useful. Otherwise, these guys can be a little annoying. Is there a guy still around? There's a dude still around. No problem at all. Yeah, there's somebody invisible and I can't see him. I don't have any way to really find out where he is. Just summon something. I don't know where they went. Okay, well anyway, let's go talk to this genie here. He has an item. What? Dude, I have the freaking flask, don't I? Don't tell me I don't. What the hell? Oh, I got it. Oh, no. Could you make this any more irritating?
Got you good.
So, this is why I always stole it in the past. Okay, so I have to talk to the genie, then go back to talk to the dryads, and then get the flasks that way. So you gotta go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Probably not worth it. I should have just stolen it. That's why I steal it. That's the reason.
Something up?
I hate this run back and forth all the time. You have to go back and forth like 4 times total or something like that. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, now that I talk to the genie, he says, I need a flask. And then I gotta go talk to the dryads and say, hey, he needs a flask. This is after already going back for the acorns and then going back and talk to them and then, yeah. Well, I guess I could have saved it for when I talk to the genie. Oh, well. Alright, so I wonder if I actually have to go over there or if I could just send her in there. No. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yep, I literally have to walk all the way over there. Because why? Because I don't know.
Time to move?
Probably about time for our haste to wear off. Oh, I don't actually have to have everybody over there. Also got a fair amount of experience for it, for whatever that's worth. The Sword of Chaos +2. It's pretty good, actually. For the early game. I could give that to Minsk and he can use it. Of course, he's going to get a much better sword at some point. But for now, we'll just give that to him. Tons and tons of good weapons. It's always like a question, like, what do you want to use? It's one of those fun things about this game is planning your party and planning what weapons they're going to use. Because there's just so many options. And that's pretty much it. There's actually, let's see here. You can kill those stone golems, or whatever golems that are guarding the place when you first, in the very first room. You can kill those guys, but it's not worth it. I think you need +2 weapons or something like that. I now have a +2 weapon. But I'm not going to bother. Okay. And again, we can probably get some more ammo if we really want to, and another short bow if we really wanted to. We don't need one though, do we? No, we're out of bolts already. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and rest. We're just about to get another party member. But, and it's an unfortunate thing. You could never do anything about the fact that, spoilers, Yoshimo betrays you and he leaves your party and you can't do anything about it. You can't get him back ever. So if you waste like time and experience building him up and money, then, you know, it's all wasted. So that's unfortunate. He's not a great character. I mean, his thief kit is pretty bad, I think, but still, I mean, you don't have a lot of pure thief options in this game. But anyway, while we have him, we're gonna use him to the fullest extent. First of all, use ranged attacks, dude, because that makes more sense. I'll load him down with some of these before I get one of my scrolls, or one of my scroll containers. I usually keep just about every scroll I run across.
Yep.
Get those
You're not gonna get here.
But really, the best way to deal with these things is ranged attacks, because you get that, again, you get that ever-present crowding problem if you try to melee it with everybody. There's just not enough room to fit around these things. So you've got like one character who's meleeing it, and then the others can't get to it, so they're just wasting time. So this is why it's really good to have some ranged characters. Alright, where's my... Okay, there he is.
What do you want?
Got some things to check over here. This is probably a crappy necklace. Oh, I missed getting hasted, really.
I'm sure all manner of stupid
I think that's a cursed scroll. I think so. I checked that, right? I checked that, I checked that, I checked that. Again, there's little things here that's You know, it's kind of so-so, but you can sell it for money. Bolt +1. Hey! I'm probably going to load up on those at some point. I think this is Cursed. Cursed Scroll of Weakness. Well, you know what? Imoen.
Name it. Ready and willing. Something up?
Well, the joke's on me. I just made my character useless. She's about useless anyway. I can I'm gonna dismiss her because I don't really need her anymore. Just make sure that she's got that that nice curse on her there. I'm sure it's not gonna matter when she pops up next. It's gonna be negated. But it's the thought that counts. One bad thing about Minsk is he has this item slot taken up by Boo here. It's not a big deal, but it is one downside. You have one less item slot with Minsk. And we don't need you around anymore because we got our thief now. Or wait a minute, maybe we do.
It is about time.
Time to move? Yep.
Does that stay with you forever? Oh no, it doesn't. It wears off. Okay. Well, in that case, actually, let's keep her around for a little bit while longer because I think she's got a better disarm trap than Yoshimo. No, actually, no, he's not bad. Do we need her? Open locks. Okay, well, that's the difference. Yeah, we probably should keep her around just until the end. Okay, fine. Put that right there. All right, so let's go ahead and haste ourselves again. So the Cursed Scroll of Weakness just wears off with rest. I didn't know that. Okay, we want to go over here. Jaheira flips out because Khalid's been basically butchered. I'm going to be careful here. I want to go through her romance, so I'm not going to insult her too bad. There's a lot of things you could say that just ruin that.
Jaheira?
Yeah.
No, you do not know.
Don't worry, Jaheira. We're going to get rid of Imoen pretty soon. Tired of her crap. There's very minor stuff you can get in here. Of course, I'm going to loot it. Well, actually, Fireball's not too bad. And
Fight to get out of here. So peace.
while her back is turned here,
My blade will cut you good.
and then while his back is turned, I think.
Tortured creature
Oh,
that
shut up.
Thing was. She was a copy.
A
copy of another person.
These wands can be used to kind of disarm traps, but we're just going to go around the traps. We're not going to even care about that. I don't think it even gives you any experience, although I could be wrong. Well, pearl necklace might sell for something, maybe. Maybe.
No one crosses the shadow.
Oh, I saw that. Thought you would turn on me. I don't think so.
Next time.
Haste wore off. Gonna have to rehaste in a minute. I do like her auto-casting Stone Skin, because that's one of the things that's kind of a pain in the ass to do every time you rest. Another identify item scroll, more crappy jewelry. I'm gonna take it though, just, you never know. You never know, maybe it'll sell for something. And, yeah. Give your Cheesemo a few more arrows here. Along with Misk. Yeah, we do use a lot of arrows, don't we? We really, really do. It's because we don't do any damage.
Name it. You can count on me.
Let's go ahead and... Don't push him into the trap, you fool. Oh, and we'll take this little chance to shoot these guys in the back.
I'm ready, I think. Armored, sharpened, and raring to go. Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes.
Goodbye. Oh, why are you going over,
I
you
go.
dodo? Okay, this is where I turn the party AI off here.
Boo
This
says,
guy's gonna die.
"What?"
Goodbye, dude. There you go. Chunked ya. I doubt if we have anything worth getting in here. I'm gonna go look at it just the same. Oh, we got some bolts. Looks like I'm gonna be taking some damage. These are the traps that you can disarm with those keys, but it isn't worth going out of your way to pick them up, I don't think. So I'm gonna go up here real quick and clear the enemies. There's also a little thingy here. There's a bring +1. I guess we'll go ahead and equip. Wait, we can identify that. Come on.
You jump on my sword while you can, Evil. I won't be as gentle.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Let's recast haste really quick because I know it's going to wear off. Save. Here we go. We're going to just go clear this place out. I'm doing a very thorough cleaning of this place. I don't need to, but I'd kind of like to do it. Wow, that's really low damage. Why is that? These guys must have some missile resistance of some kind. So I know I should be doing some pretty good damage here. Either that or something's wrong. Damage 7 to 14. Okay, it's +4. Missile adjustment +2. I'm level 8. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but still, it should be doing more damage than it did. Oh no, it's 13 damage. There you go. Just low rolls, I guess. There it is. Oh, come on now. Milking it dry. Milking it dry, baby. No bolts, but I know these guys up here have bolts, I'm pretty sure. We're just going to horror them first. Okay, guys. This guy's going to... Nope, he's not. He's gonna die. Guy's gonna die too, and I think he's got some bolts. Yes, he does. Awesome. Hoping if I stack enough these potions of healing, I can sell them for something. I don't know if that's realistic or not. Okay, let me get rid of these guys. Where are they? There's one. Somebody got a level. Minsk got a level. Go Minsk. Okay, and of course my haste wore off. This guy's got some more bolts, so I'll take them. Okay, so now we just go back here, and Imoen can open those chests for us. Maybe grab something. Go ahead and level up Minsk. Minsk gets a nice stock of health there. That's pretty good. I'm going to give him Cure Wounds because healing. There we go.
Time to move?
Whoops. No, we probably want to go up here like this. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Holy crap, that could be bad. Oh my god. Be careful with that. I think there is a trap here. Come on. No? Okay. I'm gonna assume there isn't then. That's not something I really care too much about. I don't think it's going to give me anything if I sell it. There is some... Hey, is this a heavy crossbow? This is a heavy crossbow. Awesome. Better than the crossbow I have right now, so I'm going to take it. What about this splint mail here? I think we'll keep it. Just, it doesn't sell for anything, but... well, we probably don't need to keep it now that I think about it. Let's offload it on somebody else real quick. This is... I think this is arguably an okay thing right here. This Destroyer of Hills, Girdle of Bluntness. +4 versus crushing attacks. You know, that means things like golems, etc., etc. So, in this, because I'm going to get 6 party members, everybody's going to want a belt. So, and, you know, there aren't actually a lot of useful belts in the game. I'm going to go ahead and swap out my light crossbow for the heavy crossbow. And we got some more bolts. I'm going to put those on. Good. 80 bolts now. That'll do what we need to do for as long as we need to actually use that crappy crossbow. So let's go. And this guy needs to die in here.
What do you want? Gotcha.
Out of this hellhole. Save me, dear sir. Please save me.
So there's a doppelganger. I do like that auto-find traps thing. I mean, when you have party AI on, they automatically look for traps. I think that's pretty cool. That's useful. There are some things I do like about this. Protection from electricity, only 50%. Really? Okay, well, it's better than nothing. Let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, there's a key over here that I need for this guy. Not that I want to rescue this guy, it's just that there's some items in there in his cage that I want.
Save me, dear sir. Please save me.
And I've decided to kill him. There.
Ready and willing. Just like old times.
Holy crap. Okay, that's my alarm. There's a bullets +1, but I don't care. Slings in this game, for the most part, aren't very good. This looks like a protection from cold. This is that. This is that. This is this, and that's that. And that's all. I think I pretty much looted everything there's to loot. This is +1, right? Yeah, +1 arrows is +1 bolts. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my main character. We're collecting +1 bolts, at least for now. Curse Scroll of Foolishness. I don't think we want to use that. Okay, cool. And another haste potion. I think that makes 3, right? Maybe. Yep, that makes 3. And even stack some of these. I think this Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition gives you unlimited stacking, I think. I'm not sure. But we've
Something
yet to
up?
find a limit, so maybe. Which is kind of nice. I never understood why they had to... Oh, yeah. Well, let's go do this just because it's fun, not because I need to. And Minsk is basically the only character that can safely pull this off.
Live by the sword. Live a good long time.
Yeah, that's my motto.
Let me have a taste. Come.
Okay, so we want to go ahead and go into Berserk. And then we want to go melee with that sword.
That's not right.
And we want to be Berserk there because if we're not, and she decides to hit us, we'll get level drained, and it's not something we really want to deal with right now. And it is loud as hell when they talk. I'm going to just turn that down a little bit. Sound effects volume might be too loud too. There we go. Not quite so bad now. Still loud, but not overpoweringly so. Double rest. Okay, so we didn't get anything out of that except a little experience, and it was totally unnecessary, but I'm a completionist. I'm going to probably clear this game out. I mean, in contrast to my Baldur's Gate 1 run-through, my Baldur's Gate 2 run-through, I'm pretty much going to do everything, kill everyone I can possibly get away with. You know, despite being, you know, lawful and taking Keldorn, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try and get away with all I can here. In fact, you know, there are certain characters that you can't kill with Keldorn. There are certain things you can't do with Keldorn, but that's not to say you can't temporarily dismiss Keldorn, go do them, and then hire him back. You know what I'm saying? Minsk, I don't think, puts up such a stink when you kill good characters, but Keldorn in particular has a problem with that. All right, I probably want to do one last heal. I think I have room for all this stuff when she leaves me, right? I'm not 100% sure. I think so. Really quickly, just kind of... There, that's all she has. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're out.
The tunnel slopes upward into the welcome glare of daylight. Such is your relief that you barely notice the debris at your feet, the remnants of a battle fought only moments before. Surveying the carnage, you hear a scream of rage, and a massive explosion collapses the passage behind you. The sounds of combat greet you as you struggle to your feet. The fight, it seems, is still going strong.
You dare to attack me here. Do you even know whom you face? You will suffer. You will all suffer. So, Godchild, you have escaped. You are more resourceful than I had thought.
You're not going to torture us any longer.
Torture? Silly girl, you just don't understand what I'm doing, do you?
I don't care what you're doing. Let us go.
I won't let you leave, not when I'm so close to unlocking your power.
We don't want anything from you.
Enough. I will no longer listen to the babbling of ignorant children.
This is an unsanctioned use of magical energy. All involved will be held. This disturbance is over.
Must I be interrupted at every turn? Enough of this.
Mage's power is immense. We must overcome him quickly.
Enough! I haven't the time for this.
You will cease your spell casting and come with us.
Your pathetic magics are useless. Let this end.
Even if we fall, our numbers are many. You will be overwhelmed.
You bore me, Mageling. You may take me in, but you will take the girl as well.
What? No. I've done nothing wrong.
You have been involved in illegal use of magic. You will come with us.
I'm not going with him. I'm not. Help me.
Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
Okay, so we are now in the game proper. And let's go ahead and do some level ups here. Nice. She gained a decent amount of hit points there. I like it. So far the level up rolls have been pretty good, but I'm on core rules, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, core rules, so they are random. Alright, so one level up and that was it. And Imoen's gone, but we're way over an hour. I'm going to go ahead and take a break right now, and we'll continue later.